It too big on the top, so I gotta take it back apart.
Yeah. Oh,
these
the
were,
metal doesn't cover it all?
Yeah, the metal is 3 or 6 feet long total. Well, 74 inches, and I forgot that I put these on the outside, so it made it an extra 4 inches too long.
Oh, you suck! God!
Leave it, typical woman, and work for hours on something. She comes out as soon as you mess something up. As soon as you do something stupid and make it look bad, she comes out. I was just trying to get this roof on before it started pouring, but everything's getting pretty wet now, so. All right, I'm doing this.
All right.
Took them pallets, the scraps left over from the pallets that I used for the deer viewing station. Used it for a base, the walls. But yeah, we'll make it pretty later, but that'll keep our wood dry for now. Then we can throw some live edge siding on it and make it look like the shed. A solar shed. Pretty happy with that. All scraps. Cool. All right, going in, guys. All right, guys. It just rained for a couple hours. Everything's nice and wet. It's a little breezier than I'd like, but there's supposed to be another round of rain coming in. So I want to get a fire started and burn everything on the side of this hill while I'm all dirty and gross and it's wet. So let's get that going. All right, guys, very cool. It only took us an hour or two. So now I can work on this hill a little bit. There's like a ton of wild strawberries and raspberries growing on this hill. Maybe I'll have to do some flower beds between all that stuff instead of just mowing it all over. Because it'd be nice to just have some wild edibles here on the side of the hill. No sense in working backwards. So I'm gonna watch this for a couple hours. It's supposed to rain like this all night, so it should be safe and not have to worry too much about it. But I'll make sure that by the time we go to bed, it's burned all the way down. All right.
Such a good puppy, huh? Oh, such a good baby. Is it beautiful out? Oh, you're so happy. First thing we're gonna do today is get the wood stacked into the little shelter Jason made yesterday. So this is what I wanted, so I'm gonna clean that up and make it look nice. Clean this place up, make it look nice and presentable for y'all. All right, got that one done. Let's move on to the flowers now. All right, one planter done. Let's get the other one done. All right, so we put the white flowers here. And then we did everything else here. That worked out pretty good. Don't you guys think?
All right, guys, hopefully that'll hold. That way they don't just slide right off going up the hill. Guys, I love doing piddly stuff. I don't so much love the big projects. Like, I love them when they're done. Like, you know, this. and this and that. Like, that's all necessary, but I don't live for big projects. Like, I like piddly stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna see what dinner status is, and I might get, I'm all dirty and gross, and it's still only 5 or 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna mow. What's the dinner status?
Well, I don't know. What's the dinner status?
Here. We're so important, we need 2 GoPros. We're so important, we need 2 GoPros. Actually, we're so not important, we don't need a single GoPro, but... Alright, so what's the dinner status? Like, half hour, 10 minutes, an hour?
Probably like 10 to 15 minutes.
So I can mow for 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna mow.
There, guys. So exciting. I think they might turn out good. I got 2 fans that want to test them out. What? Do you want to test it out? Stay. Is it good? Doggy or pro? I always managed to burn something. I'm gonna try the triple test. Like my french fries, I burned a little. There you have it, guys.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, guys, good morning. Coffee time in the sunshine.
Ah, sunshine.
We're debating what to do today. We know what we're doing, I guess, but we're debating what order to do it in. We're probably gonna cop out and not do like crazy raised beds this year because we want to do other stuff. We want to get this bedroom started. So we're probably just gonna do it rustic style. Do a couple rows on the hill and plant some stuff and see how it does. So,
Do we have like some logs cut down, like that are too small to use for anything, you could use to border it around, just so we know where
Yeah,
everything
if
is
you
and
want to
stuff.
spend a bunch of time doing
I
it.
can do that today when you're down there.
You gotta know where stuff's at, because I'm gonna rototill.
Dogs
2
are
rows.
hopefully the dog, I don't know, just make it.
You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna mill and go get water and plant seed and do other stuff.
I'm
The
gonna do
garden.
sunflower seeds too.
Yeah, I want to see how the garden's gonna do if we half-ass it, I guess. It's what I want to do.
Half beep it.
Yeah, if we put in minimal effort, I want to see how the garden's gonna do this year. So that's kind of what my objective is this year. I want to either show you guys that you can or you can't half do stuff with gardening. In my experience, everybody complicates it too much. Let's just put plants in the ground or seeds and go from there. So let's do that. I'm going to rototill the side of this hill. Alright guys, this is nothing special. This hill's not too bad of a grade. Too much to do the whole thing, I think, though. Because it'll just maybe start washing away or would wash away with heavy rains. So what I did, this spot, flattened it out. And then this spot flattened it out. It just kind of naturally happened when I rototilled. That's what I was hoping would happen. And it did, so that's good. Another reason, one, erosion. I don't want to do this whole hillside. Another reason is there's tons of little strawberry plants, like wild strawberries and raspberry plants coming up in here. So we're gonna leave all the leaves, and I might even cover these beds up with the leaves once we get everything planted to help maintain moisture. walk down and get the truck.
Okay.
You got something you can do up here for 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
I'm gonna finish getting some rocks and I'll just grab a drink of water because I'm
I'll walk down and get the truck.
hot.
Just skip a hole.
I don't know, that wasn't
One
a
more
hole.
tomato plant.
But it wasn't like a whole hole. It was only like a half hole.
Even in here.
I just set it somewhere right now. I just plant a lot, guys. That's my method. Plant a lot. I always have lots of sunflower seeds from the previous year's seeds, so got them all planted. It's dinner time now, so let's go check in on Jason and see how he's doing. Ah, success. There's flames.
I could probably eat tacos every day. I'm just being honest. Tequila makes me honest.
It's like the least windy it's ever been up here.
Pretty calm. Alright guys, had dinner. Couple of margaritas. So this is the way we're gonna water stuff. We're gonna do this until we get water catchment. I don't want to do this, but it works. It's gonna work. So here we go. Just between the rocks.
Yeah.
Not over here.
No. So healthy. It's good. Makes me happy. Got the garden all planted. Clematis growing. There's 3 of them. I planted them all last year. Well, that's what Scout and Timber do. And we got good old Benjamin's grave here. Need to pull some grass off of it. Miss you, buddy. Did you guys notice? No more stumps here in our view. Jason cut those down. But hooray! Oh, it makes me happy.
Morning, guys. All right, so I just am currently making the video you just watched. It's about a week later and I don't have a wrap-up for it, so I'm creating you a wrap-up. And I was going to do a little garden update separately in the next video, but since I don't have an ending to this video, I just wanted to show you real quick. The garden did fine. It was pretty dry. I was happy to see that even though it was dry, everything did well. Every single plant was still alive a week later, which is awesome. Despite the dogs trampling through stuff. That's the only pitfall. We had on camera bear. We have rabbits everywhere. We have deer tracks all over the road. We have all this stuff and nothing came up here and ate any of the pepper bed. This is all the peppers. We put all the peppers in this bed that Jenny had from last year. Every single one of them has survived and is thriving. If any of you guys are gardeners, I've been gardening for my whole life. I used to garden with my dad. I think that's obviously where I got the love for it. We always had a big veggie garden growing up. So if any of you have been, are gardeners or whatever, it takes about 2 weeks for the plants to like root out and get established in the ground, and then they start growing. Sometimes it takes a month. They just sit there. You got to keep them alive, and then they take off. So here you go. Here's the pepper bed. Everything still needs to be weeded. Check this out. So peppers in that bed. Peppers don't need as much room as tomatoes and stuff. So Jenny's lavender from last year, a little bit of mint she planted in there, and then all the peppers. There's a lot of stuff that I failed to mention while doing this project. And again, part of this experiment is to show everybody that you don't have to complicate gardens. It looks pretty for you to have all these pretty raised beds and all this awesome infrastructure for gardens, but I think a lot of times that stops people. Like they think, oh, I can't go do a garden, it takes too much work to get stuff going. Well, this year, since we have so many other projects going on with the cabin and building, you're gonna see garden in the raw. And we don't have the best soil here. We have a lot of sand, but we do have about 6 or 8 inches of nice forest topsoil, so that's good. So hopefully that'll help our plants. Jenny was planting them tomatoes. Tomatoes you always plant like super deep in the ground, just barely stick the tips of them out, and that helps the root system. So I do have gardening experience, but it's more an established garden downstate. All the tomatoes are on the top row. A couple pumpkins I bought, just to see how that does. And then this whole bottom here is a couple zucchini plants. Actually, there's a couple peppers down here, a couple zucchini plants, and then cucumbers all along here. We love cucumbers, so this is all our viney stuff. So I figure if it does well, it'll grow down the hill or up the hill, so there's plenty of room. So Jenny bought marigolds to put around everything. Marigolds are supposed to keep critters away. So far, so good. Like I said, there's rabbits all over here. There's deer. So far, so good. I don't think that's the only reason. I just think they haven't stumbled across it yet, but there's plenty of other stuff for the animals to eat, guys. So that helps. If there's plenty of stuff for the animals to eat, then they'll leave my garden alone for a little bit. Now, this is early in the stages, so we'll see if this survives the year. So this is this is going to be our little gardening series. Can you grow veggies in the woods, you know, off grid without having an establishment, you know, or a bunch of compost or a bunch of perfect soil. This is just, let's say something happened in the world, we had to run up here and plant stuff. Granted, I have lots of seeds, but we bought these. We just bought a flat from the local place in town. This year we didn't have the time, or we didn't take the time to try to plant stuff from seed. I've done it. I know how to do it. Same thing with the maple syrup. I know how to do stuff. That's the big thing, is you got to get the experience, guys. And I know how to grow stuff from seed. I just didn't do it this year because, again, we're bouncing back and forth from downstate to the cabin, and stuff needs maintenance. And if I could go this year, luckily, fortunately, I was able to go to the greenhouses. They're all still functioning fine. You know, put some money in their pockets and keep things rolling. So for 15 bucks, I got my garden this year, instead of trying to grow stuff from seed and spending, you know, a ton of time doing it myself. Yeah, so there's our garden update, guys. Jenny's little sunflower, she's got a little sunflower patch down here. We're just experimenting. Gardens are not a priority this year, but it doesn't take a lot of time to throw stuff in the ground. So don't totally neglect or forego doing a garden, guys, because every year you learn something. So even if you don't have a lot of time, do something. You know, Sean in Alaska, do something. You're busy with your cabin, but yeah, just throw something in the ground, Sean. It's not too late. So things are going good, guys. We got lots of projects. We're starting the bedroom today, so you'll see that either next week or the week after, depending on how I can pump out videos and keep projects rolling. So starting the bedroom today, the bedroom edition today. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate you all being here as usual, and let's have a wonderful summer. You know, let's kill it this summer and get stuff done. So thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Best wishes.
Let's go see what Dad's doing that's gonna totally turn me on, as he says. Whoa, what do you got there?
This is not a portable camp shower. This is a landscaping off-grid device for watering